Howdy there, thinkers. It's me, Quizmaster Jack, here on Thinking Game Trivia, playing through Buzzword 2024. Nope, that's wrong. Wrong already. It's 2026. It's week 24, but it's 2026. Second half, that means we have a target score that we're trying to do better than. Today it's 91. We have bested and improved our scores in week 22 and 23. So let's see if we can keep that streak going. Looking for triple digits again.
A character with this surname detests the boiled radish or old rag odor of poor people. A director with this surname made a 2025 film in which Monsu kills rival job candidates. The rich family in Parasite and the director of No Other Choice share, for 10 points, what common Korean surname?
Mm-hmm. Han? Oh, it's a bad start. Park. Yeah, Chenwoo Park. There it is. Figured it out at the end. Figured out the guy's name after it was told to me. The easiest way to get questions right.
In a 2026 season finale, this character narrates historical events to perform community service after stalking Jenna Ortega. Jasper is a cousin of this Brown University dropout. In Road 2 episodes, he leaves Quahog with Stewie. Seth MacFarlane voices, for 10 points, what white dog?
Wow, that is very much some recent Family Guy. What's been going on with Family Guy recently? And I have not been following that, I'll tell you. I guess they did like the Road 2 series, as they were. Seth MacFarlane is deeply inspired by old bits. Bing Crosby, deeply inspired by Bing Crosby. Stalking Jenna Ortega.
The sudden death of this performer was a major reason for Stax Records' sale to Paramount the following year. The first posthumous Billboard #1 song was by this man and talks about watching the tide roll away.
It's Otis Redding. Give me some lyrics to Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. I got that. I can whistle that. I think I can whistle that. I feel like if I whistle it now, it's not going to sound anything like it, and I'm going to have my capability as a whistler destroyed. Or my image of myself as a capable whistler destroyed on video. Yeah, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay is a great song. That was a good question. I like that. Because people are definitely going to know why Stax broke down or was sold to Paramount. Somebody's going to buzz on that clue. And that's just good trivia right there. I like that question a lot.
A great one of these objects is wielded as a weapon by Smo, a boss in Dark Souls 3. In the Civilization games, this object symbolizes production. Amy Rose in Sonic and Reinhardt.
They have hammers. Amy Rose, buzzing on Amy Rose knowledge. So yeah, I guess Smo, like the Soulsborne games, I played them, but I never got ingrained on my soul like they do with some people. But Smo is that's a good name, and I think I can picture him now in my head. Oh yeah, they symbol production. I was like, for a point there, it's like, well, great granaries kind of signal production, but they don't. And how do you wield a granary? You don't. That's how. Yeah, the granaries were like how you sustained population growth in your cities. But Amy Rose, Reinhardt, a tank from Overwatch, hammer wielders. I wonder if they go into like the Hammer Bros. You got to get a little Nintendo in there if you're Buzzword.
This product was advertised by the Muppets Sour Bird and Nutty Bird and was the subject of the absurd Filipino Basta commercial.
Basta.
This product, invented in Columbus, Georgia, replaced Coca-Cola at Soldier Field in 2012. For 10 points, what Keurig Dr. Pepper Cola is traditionally served with moon pies?
Moon pies? I don't know. Is it could it be Moxie? Oh, RC Cola. I was never an RC Cola person. I just never. My family, we were Coca-Cola through and through. Pepsi was a distant second, and RC Cola just didn't exist for us. RC Cola and moon pies. That just doesn't really register for me. But that's what they sell in Chicago? All right.
In this film, Edgar Kennedy plays a lemonade vendor who becomes angry at two men posing as peanut vendors. Margaret Dumont plays a widow in this film who is wooed by Rufus T. Firefly, a newly installed world leader. For 10 points, what 1933 Marx Brothers film is about the president of Fredonia?
I think that's duck soup. Yeah. Not a huge Marx Brothers person, but I can say duck soup. And A Night at the Opera, so it's 50-50.
This character receives an X-Files jacket from his buddy David Duchovny, who admits being attracted to him. His bumbling sidekick Hank Kingsley was played by Jeffrey Tambor, a 1990s HBO series.
So it's Larry Sanders. Because Gary Shandling played Larry Sanders on The Larry Sanders Show. I was about to buzz in and say Gary Shandling. Gotta keep on my toes in order to improve with this week 24. At this point, I think if this will just become the new target score for next week.
This artist sang about being at war with her body in a 2024 remix of Charli XCX's song Girl So Confusing. This artist included Hammer and What Was That on a 2025 album whose cover depicts her own IUD. Virgin is by, for 10 points, what New Zealand pop star who in 2013 released Royals?
Should have buzzed in on New Zealand. There's only one famous New Zealand singer. It's Lorde.
This magazine has published over 250 interviews in its series The Art of Fiction. The poet Patricia Lockwood tweeted at this magazine asking if its nominal home city was any good or not. Paper Lion author George Plimpton edited, for 10 points, what venerable literary magazine founded in France?
I don't know what this is at all. Paris Review. Okay, I get the joke now. I get the joke. I feel like that's going to be a low percentage one. But yeah, George Plimpton. Jonathan Coulton had that song about him. Never mentioned the Paris Review, though. Although, maybe he did. Did George Plimpton start the Paris Review? If so, then that lyric makes sense in A Talk with George by Jonathan Coulton.
This show featured R&B singer Marcus Houston as Roger, a neighbor attracted to the protagonists. After the protagonists of this show meet at a mall, a father named Ray...
I don't know anything about this show, but this reeks of Sister Sister. I had no idea. That was all just like, I don't know, this seems like how Sister Sister would start. Not a lot of shows have like duo, you would say, protagonists like that. But yeah, I had no actual knowledge there. It just seemed like a father, protagonists. Because it must be like a Freaky Friday thing. I literally have no idea anything about Sister Sister. That was just, I knew if I wanted to improve my score, I had to take a chance. And I took that chance and still only got 90. So not improving for the first time in 2024 or 2026, but we were so close. But three questions wrong. It's pretty rough. For how rough it is, we're gonna send it over to Stats Check. It was a little rough, but it's tough sledding out here for improving scores, moving up in the ranks. Yearly ranked 11th last week, and now we're 15th. It's rough out there. I gotta start scoring more points. That's really what the solution is. 7 out of 10 isn't gonna get you a lot of points. So 95th, just out of triple digits. Holding strong at 6th. In video games, though, no 2019s, and I think that one's really looking like that one Sydney Sweeney Best Buzz is gonna sit there all year. But you can find out yourself by subscribing to the channel, checking out the videos for the rest of the year. You can play Buzzword yourself over at neqt.com/buzzword. That's it for week 24. No improvement. No improvement. But we keep going. We'll see you next week. Bye.